A spectacular fight between two lions, a leopard's sudden intervention in an impala fight, a showdown among foxes, and much more. Without further ado, in this episode, I'll show you the most incredible and epic animal fights caught on camera. It'll be interesting. Let's go. Crocodile and leopard. We all know the beautiful, strong qualities of both the crocodile and the leopard. These two are very agile and quick to achieve their goals, to catch any prey and not let it go. But sometimes conflicts can arise between the best ones too. In this video, for example, the leopard spotted the crocodile grabbing prey that the spotted creature had been stalking for a long time. Of course, the big cat didn't like it, and it decided to get on the reptile's nerves. The leopard breathed down the crocodile's neck for a long time, constantly intimidating and disturbing it. And then, well, what happened after that can't be shown on YouTube. If there's only one way to describe it, it was something like this. The leopard finally caught the crocodile and took the tasty prey with it, but the reptile's congeners visited the cat and tried to take revenge. By the way, write in the comments which animal do you think is stronger, a crocodile or a leopard? Something tells me that the answer will be very different because everyone can win with equal probability. Both creatures have deadly grip. The only question is which animal will use it first. In the night. Bears seem to us nice and kind creatures, but all this is only because they're shown as such in cartoons or family movies. In fact, these creatures have a grip of a killer and unreal strength, combined with huge weight and lightning speed. Just a few seconds and the bear's prey will be mauled. Realizing all its strength, the female bear in this video that was strolling in the night with its cub immediately knew how to act in the presence of the male. The male could show aggression to the cub, which meant that the female had to act fast, and most importantly, first. The best defense is offense. That was the rule the female followed in this story, attacking the male as soon as it continued to get close to the cub. Although the male was larger and probably stronger than the cub's mother, it didn't dare to fight the female. All creatures in the world understand that the mother is ready for anything and more when it comes to protecting its offspring. This rule especially works in the wild. The rhinos didn't share something. That's what the tourists from this video thought, who witnessed a spontaneous fight between these two large animals. It remains unknown what was the real reason for the fight, but one thing's certain, I wouldn't want to be in the place of one of them. Just look at the sharp, long, and powerful horns that each of the creatures attacked with. What a power in them! What a tough and impenetrable skin each rhino has. By the way, you can guess for yourself how the fight ended. The rhinos decided to keep the outcome a secret and carefully, as if dancing, moved into the bushes, hiding from the prying eyes of people with their cameras. A panda sits in a tree and goes about its lazy business. Nothing unusual seems to be going on, or even should be, since everything around is quiet and no predators are in sight. Yeah, that's because you and I aren't paying close enough attention. Look closely. All this time, another panda was in the same tree as the first panda. It merged with the trunk and the foliage, and then it suddenly lunged towards its congener and started a fight. Personally, don't understand what exactly was the reason for this. Whether each of the pandas desperately wanted to sit in this particular tree, or it was molestation by the male, or maybe it's pandas from two different clans and they sorted out their relationship. There could be many variants. Write in the comments, which one do you like the most? Who's the coolest? This is the question the lions in the following video asked themselves, and of course, by all the rules of wildlife, decided to find out in a fair fight. From the first seconds of the fight, it was noticeable how the male on the left side dominated its opponent. It quickly and deftly knocked it down and delivered a series of blows from a much more advantageous position. The opponent couldn't do anything about it. It was exhausted. The exhausted lion was forced to surrender, bowing its head before its stronger congener. Of course, blows after the end of the battle and the admission of defeat were out of the question. Because lions are animals that honor the rules and laws, it's not for nothing that they're regarded as kings of the jungle. If now you think that nothing could be more beautiful and noble than a duel between lions, it means that you simply haven't seen a fight between Eurasian coots. These are little waterfowl that are easy to recognize by their white beak and the leathery ring on their foreheads are the same color. Representatives of the species can't fly very well, but they can swim very well, and as practice shows, in water they not only swim well, they also fight skillfully and very effectively there. The only thing I can't understand is whether they have such well-honed and graceful tricks, or whether the effect of the water and splashing makes their fight look incredibly beautiful and spectacular. What do you think? The impala is one of the most beautiful antelopes, possessing glossy, bright red hair, large clear eyes, and thin lyre-like horns. But even such a vulnerable and graceful creature sometimes gets mad, getting into fights with congeners. I have no idea what could have caused this, but that wasn't even the most important thing in the video. Despite the fact that both of the animals with horns were engaged in a fight, they didn't lose control of their surroundings, and in time they noticed a leopard that rushed towards them. The leopard was obviously not about to break up the fight of two congeners. The cat was planning to eat at least one of the impalas, but lightning-fast reaction allowed the herbivores to survive. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this video 10 more times because I found it so epic. I especially like that moment at the end, the one with the look on the big cat's face that put in a lot of effort into it, but eventually achieved nothing. Liger versus Tigon. I'm sure many of you will think I'm wrong and this is a lion versus tiger battle, but believe me, now you're really going to be surprised. After all, these cats can have rather unusual offspring arising from mating between them. One possibility is the liger, a hybrid of a male lion and a female tiger. The liger has no mane, and you can see light tiger stripes on its body. By the way, it's this cat which is the largest on the planet today. The second option is a tigon. This is the opposite, a hybrid of a male tiger and a lioness. This is a very rare and poorly studied animal. Many males have no mane, light lion spots, and tiger stripes are visible on the body. The probability of the birth of both does not exceed a couple of %, which is why it's undesirable for them to fight and generally try to harm each other in any way. However, these two obviously had a hard time getting along with each other. Only the cry of their beloved owner can bring them to their senses and stop the conflict. Now let's see how ducks can fight. Yes, those cute and small creatures we're used to seeing as caring parents leading their chicks across the street. But as this video shows, the males can be very dangerous and aggressive, at least towards each other. Two simply marvelous ducks didn't share something with each other, and it led to the fight. You know, I watched it and my heart was bleeding. I didn't want the ducks to hurt themselves. I mean, they're so beautiful and so bright. It's a good thing the female intervened in time to bring them to their senses. Although I started rejoicing early that the fight was over, judging by the behavior of the males after the fight and the way they argue and approach each other, it's likely that the conflict will continue. The fight of two foxes. I don't know about you, but personally, I'm used to seeing foxes as beautiful, sweet, and most importantly, peaceful creatures. It seems that the most they're capable of is fooling passing creatures and outsmarting them without getting into a fight. However, the following video shows otherwise. Two males engaged in an equal fight for territory, and partly for a female. The battle ensued between a local resident and an uninvited guest that thought it was allowed to do anything. At first, the visitor was more active. It was aiming at the leg of the local fox, thinking that a broken limb would guarantee it victory. But its opponent was not that simple. It skillfully parried every attack and recovered very quickly even after the strongest blows. Nevertheless, there came a moment in the battle when the local fox was on the snow and could have lost, but either the intruder's reaction or its self-confidence was insufficient, and it missed the chance. That seemed to be the tipping point in the battle. Since then, the outsider has not struck a single sensible blow to the local fox. It was only falling into its traps. The fox that fought on its own territory used every hillock, knowing how and where it was better to attack or hide. As a result, the outsider lost and was forced to retreat. Lizard dance. I'll be honest, if I didn't know that this was a battle between two lizards for food, I could really believe that they were dancing or that they were having some kind of mating season. Just look at the way they're hugging each other. No one opens its mouth, makes sudden movements, tries to kick, and so on. Even when one knocked the other down, it still looked pretty cute and calm. I wonder if these creatures have any way of picking winners in their fights. That's all, guys. Which battle impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you later.